You like battles? So do I.
It's LeGarrette Blunt here, man, 3-time Super Bowl champion. I just want to give you a shout out to the YouTube channel, MicroMike, man.
Hey, Eddie Murray, former Detroit Lion. Make sure you watch MicroMike on YouTube.
Calvin Johnson Jr. here, aka Megatron. Big shout out to MicroMike and YouTube channel, man.
Keep on talking everything Detroit Lions, and I just got to remind you, man, happy wife, happy life.
What's going on YouTube? This is your boy Mr. MicroMike, and today we're going to talk about camp battles, Lions week in review, some news that happened in the NFL that maybe we could see something similar to that of our Detroit Lions, and more. If you're not a subscriber on my channel, what the frick? Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for all my notifications, and check this out.
Subscribe to the members of ISN.
Camp battles, camp battles, camp battles. That is important when it comes to the Detroit Lions. This COVID offseason has been absolutely weird, trash, and all of the above. And it affects the Detroit Lions and all the NFL teams, and you can see it right now. We went from 90 players in training camp to 80, and what's occurring? You're seeing players getting traded, such as Shireen from the Chicago Bears to the Miami Dolphins. Can we see similar things that happens to our Detroit Lions? Could you see players traded? Could you see cuts? We shall see, but that is something I'm paying attention to. That is something that I want to see. Is there individuals that we have veterans who may not make the 53-man roster that the Detroit Lions just may simply trade away or cut because they know that this individual is probably not going to make the roster? There's a couple of those individuals on this team. We'll see what's going on. We'll see. But let's get into the training camp battles, and let's start with the tight end position. We're going to see, can Hunter Bryant make the tight end over Jesse James or over Isaac Nada, or will they go for tight ends? This is something very interesting to pay attention to. Again, we just seen Shireen traded from the Chicago Bears to the Miami Dolphins. Could you see something similar like that happen to us? I don't know. We know Chicago loves tight ends. Maybe they'll want to trade for the 4 tight ends that we got on the roster just because they can go back to 11 or 12. We shall see. That's a joke, by the way. When it comes to the offensive line, who is going to win the guard position? Joe Dahl versus Stenberg. Who's going to win? In my opinion, I still think it's Joe Dahl just because he's the veteran. That's something to pay attention to. Who's going to win the backup? Can Bo Benshaw out of Wisconsin, last year, rookie free agent guard, can he become the backup and win the position? The right guard, we still think it's Jonah Jackson, but there is some Kenny Wiggins on there. Ibushi, will they take the position over? I still think it's Jonah Jackson, in my opinion. This is important to watch. What about the fullback position? Isaac Nada, the tight end, is he going to do it? Is he going to do it over Nick Bawden? I believe so. That is another training camp. The most important battle, in my opinion, the kick returner, the wide receiver, the running back position. You got Ty Johnson. You got Huntley and Jamal Agnew recently transformed to the wide receiver position. Who is going to win it? This one is integral. Yes, it's special teams. Yes, that's not that big when you think of offense and defense, but it is part of the three pieces for our team to win, and it is important to see who gets that because I think that individual will also do jet sweeps. He'll also be an individual that will be on offense, maybe as a wide receiver, i.e. Agnew, i.e. Huntley, because he can also catch out of the backfield in that sense. This is important to watch, folks. Absolutely awesome. Who is going to be the number 1 running back? Kerryon Johnson, DeAndre Swift. Who is going to battle for that one spot? Who is going to make the running back position itself? I like Bo Scarborough. I like Kerryon. I like DeAndre Swift. Do they stay with adding a Huntley? Do they make it a 4-banger right there? We shall see. That's very interesting. The defensive line, will they add more pieces to the defensive line? Will they get another defensive tackle? Will they get the Gridiron Blitz's favorite player, Everson Griffin? It's interesting because Seattle just traded for Jamal Adams, 2 first-round picks, and a third-round pick. I don't believe they have the ability now to sign Everson Griffin or Jadeveon Clowney. Does that come into play? We shall see, because that does affect. Because they gave up a lot of capital to get this guy. They're going to have to extend him now. There's no way you give up that type of capital without extending him. Is Everson Griffin now in play? I think he is out of the Seattle sweepstakes. I think Clowney is well. And guess what? With removing a team from out of the stakes, the now probability that one of these players can go to the Lions is a little bit higher. I still think Everson Griffin is the guy you probably want to pay attention to in that facet. There's still teams out there like the Tennessee Titans that would like to get a Jadeveon Clowney. That will be fun to watch. But addition to the defensive line, and if we do add an addition to the defensive line, who is the subtraction? Again, only 80 man on the roster. Who is the starting linebackers for the team? Does Jared Davis still man the inside? Hopefully he goes to the outside. Jelani Tavai, does he progress from the rookie? Christian Jones, is he still going to be on the roster? That is interesting to see. The rookies, Jeff Okudah, for the cornerback position. What's he going to do? Is he going to be immediately placed as a starter? Is he going to be slowly implemented in there? Amani Awarie, how much are we going to see him progress this training camp compared to end of last year? That is going to be awesome. Harmon, one of my favorite pickups this year from the New England Patriots. I can't wait to see how he brings his leadership, his knowledge to the safety position. It was well needed after he traded Diggs. This is awesome to watch. We finally get news, folks, and yes, there is a season because the NFL and the NFLPA came to an agreement. Huge news. Obviously, we don't get preseason games, though. We don't get those games to see these young talents. In my opinion, that's a negative on the younger folks. It is very much a negative. They won't be able to showcase their ability in preseason games, so they're going to have to do it in training camp. They're going to have to learn quick. They're going to have to put their head in the playbook and really take it to that next level if they want to make this squad. We'll have a hard time scouting other teams' players. That's the negative part of not having preseason games. We cannot scout those players. That sucks. Tell me what you guys think about that as well. All these things are coming together in one big ball of the NFL season. We are near. We are about to play some football. I'm excited. Sports is back, folks. We got MLB. We got NBA. We got the NFL. Thank God for sports. Again, folks, subscribe to ISN Infinite Sports Network. We're trying to bring you the best news humanly possible. We're trying to bring you all sports that is required for you and your fix. With that said, folks, adios.